of how I was going to record all of these videos. So this the deal. I hope y'all are doing well and that today is going fantastic for you. So I've actually been recording these videos and I've been saving them just on my phone, and I ran out of storage. The last couple of videos I've been trying to do, y'all look at this wrap, Chad. The last couple of videos that I've tried to record, I hadn't been able to record it or it would cut off in the middle of the video because I was trying to, because it was saving to my phone. And child, I'm almost out of storage. So I was sitting here today, just now, and I was like, man, let me record my video for tonight. Or today, and I didn't know how I was gonna record the video, but I said, well, it just dawned on me. I was like, well, child, I could just come over here and record it on YouTube, which is eventually where these videos will be uploaded as I'm chronicling and giving y'all the story of this journey. Now, I don't know why, what y'all said? I don't know why this just came up in my spirituals today, or why I hadn't been doing this way. I don't know. But I've been, like I said, y'all know that I guess I've been doing this, so some of these will be uploaded, so they'll be out of order, but let me just give you a quick rundown let's do it. So as y'all know, right now I'm in a transition phase. Come on, 444. Look, telling y'all the ancestors now. Y'all, there's a shift that's happening in my life. If you've been rocking with me for a minute, then you already know what is going on with my situation. Y'all know that right now I'm homeless. I'm living in my car. Okay. There's a lot of stuff that I hadn't been able to reveal and talk about because it's not time yet. Message. Padre God got me moving in silence and building and creating as I'm going through this transition. Right now, I'm currently in Los Angeles. I have been in Los Angeles for about 2 weeks now. 2 weeks, huh? Let me see. So yeah, Sunday will be 2 weeks that I've been in Los Angeles. So I came down here, and this part y'all don't know, of course, like I left San Diego on a whim because God was like, get up, it's time to go. I woke up, got up. Man, y'all, there's so much that goes into that part of the story, but I was sleeping outside my dad's house in San Diego. He didn't even know I was out there, but that was the only place that I could really sleep and felt relatively safe. So I parked on the side of the street, slept outside on his street for a couple of days, and then I was laying there, and it was like I woke up, I think it was that was a Friday night, early Friday morning. No, it was Friday night. It was Friday night. I woke up, and so this was 2 weeks ago. I woke up, and I was like, I gotta go. And so I drove, and I called. I don't even remember y'all remember what I had put in the GPS. I don't know. Sunset Beach. Thank y'all. So I was supposed to be going to Sunset Beach to try to find somewhere where I could just sleep and chill and just be for a second. Ended up in Huntington Beach, Lord. So I ended up sleeping in Walmart parking lot for 2 nights in Huntington Beach, just trying to figure out, like, oh my God, what am I doing? So then, y'all, I didn't have any money. Even right now, both of my checking accounts are in the negative. One of them I had like $11 dollars, but that I filled up my car, and that's what allowed me to get to it to like I overdrafted it coming here to LA. So stayed in Huntington Beach for those 2 nights. Didn't have but a couple of dollars. I think I had like $40 or something like that. And so I don't even think I had 40, was it? I don't even think it was 40. I think I had like $25, $26. And so I ended up eating bologna and cheese sandwiches. Had some water because my daughter had given me some water. And so I had that in the bag in here. And then I ended up eating bologna and cheese sandwiches for like up until this past Sunday, which was the 2nd of July. Today is what? July the 6th. Yeah, July the 6th day. So from the whatever day I left up until July the 2nd, I had no money, no resources, no nothing. I slept in my car for those 2 nights, and then, but in that time, I ended up being introduced to real estate investing. And I don't know how Pace Morby ended up showing up on my timeline, and y'all will hear me talk more about this in the other videos, but I don't go into a lot of detail. But y'all, I went to a real estate class by Grant Cardone. Y'all know that I have been affiliated, or like learning from him in various ways for about a year and a half. And so I ended up going to a free real estate class that he had. And of course, at the end of the class, it was like, it was a take another something for $300, another course. Of course, I ain't got no money, so I was just like, well, whatever. Well, just so happened, I was in the mentor community, Grant Cardone's mentor community, and I went in there and I asked a question, and I was like, hey, y'all, I was like, didn't, Uncle G say something about being able to do, find real estate deals with no money, no credit? Because right now my credit is shit. Because, of course, because of taking the Grant Cardone courses, that was kind of the start of it. Because I maxed out like my credit cards and all that kind of stuff last year to take those courses. And to take his like marketing course and sales course and stuff like that, and join the mentorship. And so I asked them in that group, and someone said something, and I was like, they gave me like some real generic advice, and so I was just like, okay, cool. They were like, keep looking, you'll find it, or whatever. So I was like, all right, and I ain't thinking nothing else about it. So hop on YouTube, and Pace Morby ended up coming on my timeline, on my news feed, and it was creative financing. And I was like, now he has a video with Grant Cardone. Mind you, I ain't even watched this video yet, right? I haven't watched that one yet. But I watched the video, and I can't even remember which one I watched first, but it was like, what is creative financing? So I watched it. That was a week and a half ago. And after I watched one, it was like, okay, you can join this free Facebook group, right? You can join this free Facebook group. And I was like, well, you know what, Spirit, if this what you want me to do, the ancestors and them, y'all, if this where y'all leading me, I'm gonna go. And so, come on, Mama 819 telling y'all the ancestors and them, look, and it was just a license plate that said Mama too. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna do it. And so I went in the group, and I it was like a click the link. I clicked the link, got to the Facebook group, signed up, went in there, because y'all know I'm not afraid to go step into rooms and things. Like, I'm beyond being scared. Like, I can't, be around a certain type of people, or millionaires, billionaires. Y'all know I ain't scared. I ain't never scared. I ain't scared of that anymore. I conquered that last year. And people who got money don't intimidate me anymore. And they did last year, but they don't anymore. And so went in the group, introduced myself, didn't spend a whole lot of time in there, y'all, but I got a lot of, like a lot of people, because it was like, post a picture of yourself, tell people about yourself. I'm like, okay, bet, me, I'm gonna do that, it's no problem. So I posted a picture, gave a little intro of myself, and a lot of people just came on and started commenting. And I went in there like, hey, y'all know me, I'm always happy, joy. So I was responding to everyone. Ended up, so that was on a Saturday. That was that Saturday, y'all. That was that Saturday. So I was sitting in Huntington Beach. No, that was that Friday, I believe, either Friday or Saturday. And so Sunday, I'm still in Huntington Beach. I end up just like making another post, I think, in there, like, hey, I'm trying to find out more about this. I'm completely new to real estate, but want to learn, blah, blah, blah. Ended up, a girl named Erica, a woman named Erica reached out to me, and I ended up on the phone with her for a couple of hours. And so we looked up some listings, and we just we chopped up a little bit. She gave me a couple of pointers. That day, whatever day that was, I had to look on the calendar. I called my first real estate agent. And it was about a property, 2001 North Frontage Road, Beeville, Texas, which is where I'm from. But this was crazy, y'all. Last year, when Uncle G, again, of course, he's a real estate mogul. And so last year, I found the property, 2001 North Frontage Road. And I had it as a screensaver on my computer for a long time. I was like, I'm gonna buy that house for me and my family. Gave it a name and everything. It's Langley Tolliver Estates. And by the time that I actually release these, I have this set for a year from now. Can't say that that's when it's going to be, but I have it set for a year from now. Whenever Padre God tells me I can release it. And so, look, there go the answers. Now, I'm telling y'all, God does everything so strategically, y'all. Anyway, so found the property last year, but then it was like out of sight, out of mind. I didn't continue to focus on real estate. I started building my, my tarot business and my doing my lives and following stuff like that. So real estate was just kind of like okay, yeah. Well, anyway, after I talked to Erica, I told her, I was like, man, it's crazy because I took this real estate class by Grant Cardone, and it got me to thinking about this property again. So sure enough, looked the property up, and the property was still listed, y'all, still listed. And there's been no price drops, no nothing. And I don't know a whole lot because I've only been in a week and a half, but I know that it's not really a good deal just because of, number one, the price, but number two, the area. Like we comped it, and it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? And I gave it to a couple of people, like to my team, Iconic Home Solutions. I gave it to my team to look at, and I know it's not a good deal because I've been in there and heard enough now to where I know it's not. But that don't mean that by the time y'all see this, that I won't have purchased it, simply because it has sentimental value to me and I'll have the resources to do it. And so, come on, God. So I ended up that day calling my first agents, and I was just like, well, you know what? Y'all know me, Padre God, if this is the direction you sending me in, if this is what you want me to do, well, you know what? Oh, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm all in, because at this point, y'all, I don't have a job. Even right now, I'm gonna say this. I don't have a job. I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm a successful entrepreneur, because again, by the time you all see this, I will have made millions. I'll be a multi-millionaire, almost a billionaire, because of real estate. And so, but as of right now, and at the start of my real estate investing, I was lost. I was like, man, my tarot business, I don't do any personal consulting or coaching, really. I hadn't been doing that because this morning's message, I go live 5 days a week, y'all. And so I was just like, man, you know what I'm saying? I was like, it's not taking off the way I thought it was. I'm praying to God, like, come on, Padre God, like, you done told me to up and leave my daddy and my daughter. I wasn't really worried about my dad too much, just the truth of the matter, y'all. One day I'll talk more in detail about that relationship, and but he'll have a different outlook of me by then because I'll be more successful. And so me and my daughter kind of was like into it as well. The only support that I had even up until right now when you're watching this, my oldest daughter, who's in Germany, that's been the person who's been supporting me, helping me, as she has for these last 4 months. And so anyway, so me and my youngest daughter kind of we beefing. She got an attitude, and she mad because I chose myself. My son's he pissed off with me because I'm not choosing to stay in San Diego. Y'all, why that bug just was on my glasses? Y'all seen that? And so it's just been like a lot, but I had to sacrifice some things in order to do and be obedient like God has told me to do. So I guess I'm just catching y'all up to speed. So, um, Huntington Beach, talk to Erica, get in the group, call my agent, call my first two agents, Connor and I can't remember the other lady's name. And so then now it's Sunday, fast forward to last Sunday, or Sunday before last actually. And I'm like, okay, well, it's time for me to go ahead and make a move and go to LA. Erica was like, yeah, you should probably just keep heading that way. I'm like, yeah. So I told her, I was like, God had already told me that day that I had to go ahead and make my way up to LA. So drove on up here to LA, steady watching my gas meter, y'all, because I ain't got no money and I ain't got no gas. Still eating. So I ended up, when I got to this Walmart, the Walmart I'm sitting at right now, actually here in Torrance, I stayed here for a couple of nights, and then I was like, man, it's time to move. You know, I was like, I gotta go somewhere else. And what's crazy is I wasn't wrong. I actually left. I slept in this Walmart parking lot for like 2 days, and then I ended up leaving here. Oh Lord, look, let me put my phone up. I ended up leaving here and going to, I went over by LAX. Oh Lord. Look, the music started playing. So I left here and, I thought he'd stop recording. I left here and I ended up, because I was like, man, I'm not going to keep being able to stay in this parking lot. And I wasn't wrong, because last night I had to move. And I had just laid down. It was like, anyway, I'll tell you about that in a second. So I ended up going next to over there by LAX and found this little place to kind of park on the side of the street. And it was relatively safe. This is in, what was it? What's it called? El Segundo. And so, you know, still stayed there. I literally stayed there up until not last night, the night before last. So I left from over there on July the 4th, as a matter of fact, because it was Tuesday and I had already gotten a ticket last Tuesday because they do sweet streeping, and I was getting ready for this morning's message, wasn't paying attention. And I literally was in the mirror. The police officer saw me and everything. He could have just told me to move because he saw me in the car, but he didn't. So ended up getting a ticket, whatever. They just, I guess they'll mail it to San Diego somewhere. I don't know. But so I ended up coming over here July the 4th, and now fast forward, so going back to real estate investing, I ended up that Monday or Tuesday, I hopped in on a call, a Q&A, and ended up connecting with the team that I'm working with now, listening to some calls, and basically they give you leads, and you're calling and just trying to, you know what I'm saying, basically close deals. You basically calling and trying to, like, you call a property, you talking to real estate agents and closing deals to secure properties and buying properties. And so all of this is it's subject to, and it's creative financing, and it's how you can finance. Basically, sub 2 is you take over, and it's a community. It's Pace Morby's community, and I'm not a member of sub 2 as of yet. Only the free Facebook community, because you do have to pay for it. But so far, we just did the elephant challenge, and I'm not gonna go into all the details about the sub 2 community and all of that, because that's not what this is really for. And I may start doing some videos as I start learning and really progressing this video, or either starting a whole nother channel that's going to be focused on real estate investing. We gonna see, because one thing we don't see is a lot. I'm just be honest, like, it ain't a whole, I'm not saying that there's not some of us black people, I'm not saying that, but what I am saying is that there's not a whole lot there should be a whole lot more of us that are doing what I'm getting ready to be so proficient in, and I'm going to be teaching that. So I may be doing, once I get more well versed and know more, I'll probably start doing some videos about real estate investing, because I already have a pretty good idea, but I'm still in the beginning. But you know me, once I get at something, that's it. Like, you know, I'm all in. And I feel called to this, y'all. It's weird because I've been praying and asking God. So I'm not going to go deep into the real estate investing, but just know that by the time you watch this, that is how I began to, that is how I began, or the second way that I began to create passive income for myself, is getting into real estate. So here I am as of now. So I'm all in, doing with real estate investing. And I think I came on here today to really just take a second and say, man, I'm so proud of myself, y'all, because even though I'm still sleeping in my car for now, I prayed and I asked God. I was like, God, because last night I was in this parking lot, and the reason I'm in this Walmart parking lot is, number one, I don't have anywhere else to go, and number two, the Wi-Fi. I'm able to connect to the Wi-Fi, and I'm sitting right here where I'm at. I'm literally at the first spot next to the building. And so I was able to connect my laptop. My daughter blessed me and bought me one of the little things that you plug into your cigarette lighter, so that I can charge like 2 devices, and my it has a plugging port as well. So when she got me that the other day, matter of fact, that's one of the reasons. That's the reason I ended up coming to on this side, is because I had to go to the 7-Eleven and pick it up. And so once I was able to do that, something was just like, man, see if you can plug up your laptop. And I hadn't used my laptop since I was in Arkansas. Whole nother story that one day I'll tell y'all about, because a lot has happened in these 3 months that I've really just, mum is the word, hadn't talked about. It's been an experience, but that is another video. So literally, y'all, and I don't know how long it's gonna take, and I don't know if everything's gonna work out, but I'm faithful. Like, one thing about it is, if God say he gonna do something for me, baby, he gonna do it, because he is not a man that he should lie. And y'all, my breakthrough, I feel like my breakthrough is here, and I think that's why God wanted me to come and start talking about what I'm doing and what's really happening, because I can't say whether or not, you know, how it's gonna go, but y'all know I'm manifesting. I'm always manifesting. And so I literally have 3 deals in my pipeline right now that are potential deals that I may be able to, like, if they close, I don't have to do anything but find the deal, y'all, and they split the profit with me 50-50, because it's a JV agreement. So we split. So right now I'm just going to be wholesaling, finding deals, splitting the profit, stacking money, finding the deal, splitting the profit, stacking money, until, you know, I'm at a point where I don't have to JV anymore. And I might still just stay on the team, because I fit, you know, I like it there. I don't have any problems with. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of like a real estate call center, honestly. That's what it feels like. A real estate call center. If I'm like the team that I'm on. And it's not a bunch of us, but we just go around and make calls, and they, you know, critique us and help us and coach us, and we make calls and we make deals, and then it's just the craziest thing, y'all. Like, when I tell y'all that God literally put this in my lap, but I had to choose to step through the door. I had to choose to, because God showed me. He said, here is the opportunity that I'm giving you, but you're going to have to do the work. You're going to have to show up. You're going to have to put in the effort. And it took me a couple of days, because I was just like, you know, am I going to be able to do this? Like, I don't know. But I just said, well, what else do I have to do? And part of what God has been showing me in this season, and also even while I'm recording these videos, is because, one, like I said, Y'all, he took me all the way down to 0. And while I've seen in the week that, like, I was sitting at LAX and been here in LA, I was putting in job applications and just, you know, even wasted gas, went on an interview, and was just like, and beat myself up about it after that, because it was like door-to-door sales, and I was like, man, I'm not built for that. You know, don't get me wrong, I understand that, you know, people be like, oh, well, even my daughter, you know, you got to do what you got to do. No, that was not the answer. So I ended up wasting gas, going all the way down to Santa Ana, trying to go into an interview that was a complete waste of time, because it was like, I'm not going to do that. And so, you know, gas needle was steady getting lower, lower, and lower. Y'all really have no idea. I know I'm kind of jumping around, but the parts that y'all really don't know about, and a lot of it is in the other videos as well. Like, I literally have been eating bologna and cheese sandwiches. Today I bought these little sausages. They're pre-cooked, or like fully cooked, and they're little sausage things that I was able, I keep a loaf of bread, bologna and cheese. I did splurge for the 4th of July, and I had a rotisserie chicken. My daughter blessed me with like $75, and most of that's still in my Cash App right now, because that's like my gas money. I put 20, I got my welfare benefits on the 2nd of July, and I was able to pay my phone bill, pay my car note, and then I have like $75 that's in my Cash App. Look, he can probably hear me, because this guy just pulled up there, or he just parked his car up next to me. So, from welfare to millionaire, man, a story of struggle to success. Like, that's the name of my book. So by the time y'all see this, I will have written that book. Put the last $20 that I had from that money, put it in my gas tank just last night, matter of fact, because I ended up leaving this Walmart, and I came back, and then they knocked on, I had literally just put my phone down, and she came and knocked on the door, on the window, and was like, the parking lot's closed. Ain't it so crazy that there's nothing but free space, and you ain't doing nothing, ain't bothering anybody, but they literally, you can't even sit in a public parking lot, y'all. So it's been somewhat of a struggle, you know what I'm saying, these last couple of weeks, sleeping in my car. How am I taking a bath? Every other day I go, and this what else is so crazy, y'all. Lord, my period came on. So sorry if there are any men that watch this. My period started several days early, and I was already dreading it anyway, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to deal with this with my period while I got this going on. And sure enough, it came on. So I literally was like, when I was over by LAX, I was having to go to this Rouse that was down about a mile or so, 2 miles down the street. So I would just go over there and go to the bathroom. But like taking a bath, like I took a bath this morning, I get up, I put my clothes in my book bag, I got my soap and all my stuff in there, and so put my clothes in there, and I go in Walmart in the family bathroom and I bathe. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's how I've been bathing. What else? So I'm still taking a bath, of course, because I ain't finna be dirty, and that's just that. I still get up every day and go live. It's been some days that have been harder to get up than other days, because it's hard, y'all. It's hard, but I feel like God was a test. Like, are you gonna stick with it? Are you gonna do what you're supposed to do, what I'm asking you to do? So it's been challenging to get up at 6, because I get up at 6, getting up at 6 in the morning. You know, I spend my time with God. I do the channel messages, and then I go live at 9 o'clock, and then message, and then now, you know, by 11 o'clock I'm jumping in and I'm doing my real estate investing calls. So it's been a lot. It's been a little challenging, and but I had to choose it. Like, I had to choose, because I have to pull myself out of this situation that I'm in right now. So when I tell y'all, but again, a lot of what I'm doing, the reason that this is not scheduled for now is because Like, I have to wait until God releases me to release these videos. But so I set it for like a year out from now, and I'll just keep recording. And when he finally tells me like, hey, you can start releasing these videos, because again, a lot of things will have happened by the time I set, and some of it won't, but a lot of it will have happened by the time I release this video. Y'all, it's been a struggle some days. It's been challenging. It has been an emotional roller coaster. I had to move away from my family because, and I talk about a lot of this stuff in the lives, I just don't specifically say it's something that I'm going through or just recently experienced, but it's something, because some of this stuff is I didn't experience, of course. It's just things that I have to, that, have happened that I know that other people have experienced as well. So I'm not the first person to be homeless. I don't know where I'm going to sleep tonight. I've been sitting here, like I said, I don't really have to stay where I'm at right now, but because I'm by myself, I got Lucille right here, of course, but because I'm by myself and because I don't know the area, I'm not familiar, I'm not comfortable just going just anywhere. So I stay here as long as I can, and then once, it gets to a certain point, then I'll go find somewhere else to park and sleep. Last night, like I said, they made me move. The girl who was doing security last night, she made me move. And I was like, well, where am I going to go? Because the thing about it is, I'm not trying to burn all my gas, because I be having to crank my car up in order to charge my stuff so that I can work all day. Y'all, it's been so crazy, just the things that I've had to do in this time. So to keep my laptop charged, keep my phone charged, keep my iPad charged, which are all going simultaneously, I have had to, that's how I've been burning my gas. So wherever I'm going to go to sleep, it's not going to be far from here, but I'll go get somewhere and get ducked off a little bit and, be able to just go to sleep and I didn't sleep well at all last night. I cried. I laid there and I cried and I begged Daddy. I begged him. I was like, Daddy, please come get me. And we're not supposed to go to him begging, but y'all, I was like, Daddy, please come get me. I was just like, please come get me, because I felt it in my spirituals that last night was going to be the night, because I slept here in this parking lot the 4th of July, and they didn't bother me that night. But I was like, it's kind of the same thing with going over there to park next to LAX. It's like, you're spending too much time. And so it's like, okay. But now I don't know where else to go. They didn't bother me at the Walmart in Huntington Beach, and they didn't bother me until yesterday at this Walmart. But this is literally the furthest I've been. I hadn't been no deeper into LA. I hadn't gone anywhere else. I hadn't done anything because I don't feel comfortable. I don't have the gas to waste. I tried to sleep in a hotel parking lot before I ended up coming to this Walmart, but that didn't work out because I had my seat reclined, and you could see I was sitting, and he couldn't see my head, and luckily I didn't sit up, but I saw he had the light shining into the car. So I was like, that was my first night I got here, was like, oh. So it's been a struggle, and again, I have no idea where I'm going to park tonight and sleep. And I probably won't move until after it gets nighttime, just because I don't want anyone to really just see me pulling up, parking, and then kind of just sitting. So trying to be very aware of my surroundings, and just got to be mindful. So I think that's it. For the beginning of this story. But my breakthrough is here. That's what I was ready to tell y'all. My breakthrough is here. And I know it is. I can feel it. And it may not be tomorrow. It may not be this month. But I do know that I'm going to have success in real estate investing It's just a matter of when. And like I told, my birthday's coming up on July 26th, and I'm like, Daddy, please don't have me living in this car. Even if I have enough money to rent like a pad split room, or not necessarily an Airbnb, but like a pad split where at least when I'm paying the money, it's going towards fixing my credit, and you know what I'm saying? So, and that's definitely something that I'm going to invest in, and that's my goal, is like, and so if when you see this, I will have multifamily properties at that time that you will be able to, if you need housing, if you need to improve your credit, you can you can rent a pad split room from me or one of my properties and work towards building your credit, you know, and just saving money as well, because the rooms will be, you know, they'll be decently priced, and you ain't staying in the hood, you ain't staying in the ghetto, nothing like that, because, you know, this is something that I know I'm investing in, because this is something that could have saved me so much had I known about it, like when I was in Arkansas and when I was in, you know what I'm saying, Dallas as well. Like, man, I'm renting this place, and you pay 1 week, like a weekly fee, and you pay your rent every week, and it gets reported to the credit bureau. It helps you build your credit. It helps you save money so that you can, you know, pay off debt, whatever it is you need to do, man. I cannot wait to invest in this. I cannot wait to have my first property so that I can use it for this, because I needed this. I needed this, and I had no idea about it at all in the last 3 months. I've known about it. Right now, I can't really do the application because I don't have any income. And so the thing about it is, like, I had $672 at the beginning of the month on the 2nd, and that's all the money I have right now, or that I had, because I don't have any right now, except the 70. I think I have $68 in my Cash App. And there's a $19 application fee, but I can't do it just yet, because number one, it's like, man, if I do use that $20, that leaves me $40 to get through the week or through the next whenever. And it's just like, well, let me just save my money, and then once I'm able, I'm gonna apply. Look, loan. Once I'm able, then I'm gonna apply for a pad split room, so that I can get out of the car. So that's the plan, within the next 30 days, to make enough money to apply and be able to pay for pad split, so I can start working on my credit and getting my credit up and paying off the stuff that I owe. Right now, the only bill I have is my car note and my phone bill, but of course I don't have insurance, so I need to do that. It's coming up on time for me to renew my tag, even though right now, y'all, I'm gonna be keeping the buckles with y'all. I'm very transparent. My tag that goes on this car is on the side of my seat, and I didn't do the renewal for my tag last year, so I don't think I did I? No, I'm pretty sure I didn't, because I didn't have the money for it. I was on unemployment, and I was using my entire unemployment check to pay the rent. Telling y'all, it's been an interesting year, but it is what it is, and I'm not mad. Every time I start doing these videos, I start yawning. Plus, I didn't sleep well last night because like I said, I was in my feelings a lot of bit, because I had to leave this parking lot, and I was like, where am I going to go sleep? And then I laid there, and I just cried and cried and cried, and I was just like, Daddy, please come get me. Please help. Like, you got to shoot me something. You got to do something. Like, I'm serving, I'm doing what you're asking me to do. Like, please come help me. Please come get me, because I was, you know, it's a little exhausting. Because like yesterday, I'm up and I'm serving, and then I get on and I'm working, and it's just a lot. So, and then that was the same thing today. So anyway, yeah, that's it. I'm gonna chill. It's 5:56. I have a few more hours that I'm able to sit in this parking lot. My phone is charging up. I don't have to sit here though, but ain't nobody bothering me. They ain't saying nothing to me. It's public during the day, but I gotta leave at nighttime. So I really am just finna chill. And I do have, I will say, like I have 3 deals in my pipeline. I think I said that. And I'm just playing, I'm praying, because one of them, like they want to be out before the beginning of August and sooner if we can get it closed really fast. So we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna, some negotiating and waiting, and you know we're gonna see what happens. And yeah, this is the journey. And then of course the other videos I'll upload as we continue to move forward. So I hope that my hope with these videos is to give you hope and to be inspired and to know that and I've told y'all before that one of God's goals with me is to not be afraid to share my story, not be afraid to talk to the people who are in the same or worse circumstances that I am. Some people are homeless and they don't have a car that they're able to sit in, to sleep in, but God at least blessed me with my car. You know what I'm saying? When I was in Arkansas, I've talked about this, but when I was in Arkansas, my car note was 3 months behind. And when I tell you God made a way out of no way, he allowed them folks to refinance my car, and then it made my next note not due until June the 13th. I wasn't able to pay it then, of course, because I had to use the money to get tires and get the oil changed and get ready to come back here to LA, to California. So I didn't pay my car note until the beginning of July, but I paid it. You know what I'm saying? So when I say a way out of no way, y'all, I cannot. God is God, and when he's and I feel like he's getting ready to do that as well for me right now. Y'all, I'm finna touch more money than I've ever seen in my life. Like I think I brought home a check that was maybe $4,500 one time when I was a nurse, maybe. But y'all, that ain't the money I'm getting ready to put my hands on, that God is getting ready to bless me with. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. Message is so much bigger than that, y'all. Like, but you'll see, because I'll talk to y'all about it. And I'm not just here to show y'all the bad. I'm here to show y'all, like, yo, this is where I'm starting. This is my starting point. But I continue to show up. I continue to, just empower and motivate people. Like, man, I know it's hard. I know it is, y'all. Even right now for me, like I just told y'all, I have my bad days too. I have my bad moments, because it's never a day. I have my bad moments, but just like I tell y'all and I teach when I'm coaching people and coaching on the lives even, like, look, have your moment, cry your tears, feel your way, feel whatever it is you need to feel that, okay? Because that's what's going to give you strength. Because when you cried all you can cry, then you're going to say, okay, I got it. I don't like this. I don't like this feeling. I don't like being here. I don't want to feel like this. I don't want to experience this part of. I will never, when God pulls me out of what I'm in right now, y'all, I will never deal with this again in my life. And come on, Spirit, and do you realize that the thing that got me to my lowest point, which is being homeless, is now what is going to make me wealthy? I sit and I think about that all the time. Like, it took me to be homeless and then to even step into real estate investing. I had, like, God literally used my struggle to give me strength and to elevate me, because I had to be homeless. Had I not gone through this, I can't say if I wouldn't have eventually gotten to real estate. I don't know, y'all, but it's so crazy to me. And I told God this yesterday. I was like, man, he's using my homelessness to be not having a home, he's making me the owner of several, so that I'll never have to go through this again. And it's so crazy how God does that. So he's getting ready to do something great and amazing, and I will definitely, because this is the thing, right now I don't really have anybody to celebrate this with. I'm very solo dolo. Don't get me, like, I have my work, my real estate connections and those people, but I'm still new. They don't really know me. I'm learning, I'm building relationships, I'm learning. And so I don't have any friends. Y'all know, like, if you ain't in real estate investing or associated with that, you don't have my phone number. I changed my phone number back in, where was I? It was since I've been here in California. Nope, no, I take it back. I changed my phone number when I was in Arkansas. It was random. It was like, change your phone number. God told me, like, change my number, and I did. So I changed my number, and I kept my 619 number, and so now this is like my money number, because it's like yeah. Yeah, y'all, it's crazy, but I have a sense of peace. Like, I'm not upset. Like I said, I have my moments where I break down, and I just really, it's just like, man, I can't believe it. But one thing for sure is I will never be back in this position again. I will never have to go through this again, or I'll never be homeless again. I'll never be broke again, ever in my life, ever. Do you understand? Like, this is the last time that will happen. I won't be mismanaging my money, mismanaging my funds. Like, nope, none of that. I will never be back in this position again. So whatever God deems me worthy to have, whatever he blesses me with, like, I'll never be back in this position again. I'm on the type of time where it's like, I don't want to pay rent. I don't want to have a mortgage. My house is going to be mine, free and clear. And that's it. I own it. And then when I'm ready to, like, when I'm ready to rent it out, I can rent it out, like, y'all, and I'm going to always have income coming in. It's just a lot. But anyway, that's it for this video. I just hope that it's helpful, and I hope that it encourages someone and inspires someone, and it gives you strength to know, like, yeah, the struggle is hard. It is. It's hard because it's real. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times people want to shame you because of the position you're in. But one thing about it, and y'all will be, I'm grateful that y'all will be able to see, is that you'll see me at my lowest, because God has showed people me at my lowest, so that then, because they're getting ready to see me at my highest as well. So anyway, until the next one, y'all, love y'all in real life. Hydrate your soul and things. Drink your water. Say your gratitude. Be encouraged. I promise you, Padre God is not leaving you. Talk to him. Yell at him if you want to. Cry, scream. Just don't give up on him, because he's not going to give up on you. Okay, love y'all in real life. Bye, y'all.